Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 6 of Higurashi. It's gonna be a fun one. Tsumihoroboshi. That is the name of Arc 6. I have no clue what it's about, but let's dive in. We're still in the Answers arc. Got 3 arcs left to go. Arc 6, Arc 7, and Arc 8. The First Fall. Atonement Chapter. How is your reasoning towards truth coming along? The next tragedy is ready for you. Enjoy. This is a humorous story with a tragic struggle at the end. The difficulty is 0. You can enjoy the clowns milling about. Okay. Nice and easy and humorous. So this might be a relaxing story. It might be a relaxing, fun story. We'll see. This arc includes choices, oh yes, that were added in the console version. I do like the bad ends, they're kind of funny. And I do want to see them. I do want to see the correct answers simply because I want to pick the wrong choice at every opportunity. They all lead to bad ends. The first time I would try harder to avoid the inevitable tragedy. The second time I would be disgusted with the tragedy. And the third time my disgust would turn into anguish. By the 7th I'd be laughing. This is a work of fiction, of course. Any resemblance to real people is purely coincidental. And then they of course obfuscate all the names of everything. The chorus of the Higurashi had replaced that of the cicadas. I thought Higurashi were Japanese cicadas. My bad. My bad. Their cries came from a distance, echoed loudly and faded away. They sounded so weak and fragile. Ooh, best of luck in the GSSR. Let me know how it goes. You're gonna get everything you're looking for. Everything. I believe in you, so have faith in yourself. Or believe in the me that believes in you. Believes in you. Go Gurren Lagann. Yeah. Rena's voice was just like the cries of the Higurashi. She'd say something, but the words would quickly fade away. She sounded so fragile, it made me worry she might vanish into thin air along with her words. But nobody is pressuring her to continue. Raiko or Ibaraki Lancer? I think that's dependent on what you're trying to do. They're both decent, though. I don't think either of them is bad. Mion dusted off the hood of an abandoned car and sat down on it as if to show how relaxed she was. She actually did look very relaxed, as she came here to enjoy the cool breeze of the evening, or something. Satoko followed Mion's example and sat down as well, so we got like Rena, Mion, and Satoko hanging out at the trash heap? Okay. She didn't look nearly as relaxed, however. I thought about following suit, but it felt rude to look away from Rena, even for the short time it would take to look for a place to sit down, so I decided to remain standing. Okay, so we're here too. Presumably this is Keiichi again? Rika didn't sit down either. But she wasn't looking at Rena. Everyone else was looking at Rena, but Rika, she was looking at the red sky. Her expression was hard to describe. She looked pale and blank at the same time, as if all her emotions were gone. Rena wore the same kind of expression. She kept trying to say something, but it seemed like the words were stuck in her throat. She noticed Rika was looking at the sky and decided to look that way as well. Mion did the same. And so did I. Satoko looked that way too, and with that there was silence. It was like we were in a concert hall filled with the chorus of the Higurashi, a concert hall with the highest roof in the world. A refreshingly cool breeze tickled our sweaty bodies. I could almost make myself believe we came here to enjoy the breeze and the sunset. I could only wish that was what we came here for. Shouts of the birds flying across the sky soured the feeling of our quiet concert. They reminded us that time hadn't stopped. Nobody wanted to pressure Rena. We didn't want time to pressure her either. We wanted to keep the cool red sky as long as we could so Rena could calm down and talk. And right then, I heard a sound and it brought us all back to reality. Hijikata and Martha Ruler. Well, you got Punching Saint, that's cool. And I like playing around with Hijikata a little bit. He gets his guts soon enough, so he might actually be fun to work with. He might be actually sort of usable. He's really hard to get working because he needs to take damage and not be dead. But if you give him a gut CE or he gets guts from his skill that he's gonna get, then you can kind of work with him to do a mountain of damage. Like, that guy can hit for 300k off of his own buffs. It's nuts. And right then I heard a sound bringing us all back to reality. The hood Mion was sitting on made a noise when she moved to cross her legs. I don't know whether Mion made the noise on purpose or not, but it reminded us time had been passing by. The noise took our attention away from the sky and back to the ground. Such a tasteless noise seemed to have urged Rena to speak. So what is Rena's problem? She seems like she's gonna go on a rant or something like that. They're all like kind of wishing she'd shut the fuck up and calm down, so what's she tilted about? So she heaved a small sigh, nodded as if she understood something, and then looked at us like she always did. There's one thing I want to say, before anything else. She was probably saying it to everybody, but since I'm standing in the middle with her looking at me, I nodded to her to represent our agreement. I think I did the right thing. Her voice wasn't hoarse anymore. She sounded like she always did. I wonder how much we're allowed to struggle in order to be happy. It sounded like a question, but nobody answered. That's why. I really like Mii-chan's club. The one rule is to do whatever it takes to win, right? I think that's wonderful. If we were only allowed to do nice things, and there was a limit to how much we could struggle, people who aren't happy wouldn't be able to seize happiness at all. Okay. Misfortunes are like a chain reaction, I think. Once they begin, they're very hard to escape. In order to escape the chain of misfortunes, you need more than luck or even assistance. I think you need to struggle as hard as you possibly can. You need to do your best, and that's how you seize true happiness. That's what I believe. Rena stopped talking, looked up, heaved a sigh, and opened her mouth again. Okay. But I'm not saying I expect you to accept what I did. I know it was a very bad thing to do. Didn't you all look stunned a while ago? Tells me everything. I've never seen her smile so self-derisively like this. The smile looked unbelievably painful. What did she do? I could really feel how huge the distance between us was. So clearly she did something that they didn't like. But what did she do? Everyone's alive. There's nothing physically there, but I felt as if she's talking to us through iron bars or a chain-link fence. That's how great the distance between us was. But it's okay. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just how things are in this world. If I were you, I'd probably look just as stunned and say something irresponsible and merciless. He probably said that to hit back at us. We were just putting on a mask of sympathy, enjoying the spectacle of a clown on a stage, and that's why she said that. She probably expected us to say something in return, but none of us knew what to say. Well, I don't know what to say either. I don't know what she did. Rena looked disappointed for a moment and then turned and clambered on top of an abandoned car. And she spread her arms out and gave a little twirl, letting her skirt billow up before she grabbed both ends and gave us a grateful curtsy. A graceful curtsy. Oops. Well then, are you ready for a story? This is the story of how Rena Ryuga did her best. There was no curtain or spotlight. She was atop an abandoned car amidst the trash piles, a stage specially made for her. We tried not to miss a word of what she was going to say. We believed this was the least we could do not to hurt her feelings. So she's going to tell us a story, and I think that's going to be the actual plot of this arc. Okay. Chapter 6. Tsumihoroboshi. New background. Nice. It's like a sunset without the sun being visible, so you can see the gold. You can see the gold light on everything, but you can't see the sun. Let's say it's a winter month like December right now. What would you do if all of a sudden you had a week of hot and humid days with crying cicadas? That would be unusual. December is usually very cold. Well, not the coldest month, but it's still usually cold. Would you still wear your coat and scarf? Oh, I mean, probably not. Absolutely not, right? Even though it's still June, it's already summer to us since we've been having hot days for so long. So it's totally okay to do this kind of a club activity in June. Sure, what are we doing? At my school, usually. Everyone does what they want in PE class, but today is an exception. All my classmates were gathered in the schoolyard. Mion looked over everyone gathered there and spoke up loudly. Hey everyone, you ready? Yeah, they all raised their water guns in their hands. It's okay to use water guns in June because it's been so hot and humid. These are like 80s. These are like 80s Super Soakers too, man. These are legit. These are legit. These aren't. Assuming, well, they're either really cheap water guns or they're the legit Super Soakers and they're like super strong. Guess we'll find out how. Guess we'll hear how badly it goes. All my classmates were joining in. It's gonna be a big water gun battle. I'm excited. I'm excited too. That's fun. It's so exciting to do a club activity with everyone from class. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun to play with everyone together. It is, isn't it, Rena? It's gonna be fun for them. We have to be serious. We can't lose. Oh yeah, for us club members, every game comes with a risk. Heh, exactly. I look forward to the punishment our more careless members are going to suffer. Good luck, everyone. Okay, what's the punishment, and how do you determine if you've won or lost? Alright, everyone, listen up. Did you check your guns? Your tank's full? We're ready, my Baro-san. We're really good at gun battles. Rika and his friends play with water guns a lot. They might have an advantage. Thanks, Rika. We're different men today. Kamita and Okamura smiled confidently, holding their guns in a practiced manner. Their skills must give them confidence. They even looked different. As we all know, Mion's going to be a tough opponent, but I think Satoko and Rika could be too. What about you, Rena? You can move fast. But you could end up being their target, so be careful. You've been losing a lot of games lately and taking most of the punishments. Oh, it's just that the recent games weren't my specialty. But Keiichi, I think you've been losing a lot these days too, haven't you? You have no idea how miserable I was when I had to go home wearing a bra and my mom saw me in it right before I was going to take it off. My last punishment was as terrible as yours. I'm ruined for marriage after having to do that. Satoko laughed at us loudly while we were shuddering at the memory of the cruel punishments we suffered in the past. We're back to actually playing games. The last couple arcs, we haven't actually had any game scenes. They've all been like fairly serious. They promise this one will be lighthearted, maybe to raise the emotional, raise the feeling from a deeply negative standing where it was in the last arc to a much more positive one. Let's see. You've been low on both luck and spirit. I know why you've been losing so frequently. That's because, you see, you're both losers. She's right. Once you get used to losing, you just can't stop. After all those losses, your fighting spirit fades away. When you can't believe in yourself, nothing goes right, even if you're doing the same thing as everyone else. You. Haven't you realized Rena and I took those punishments on purpose? We wanted to spare you that fate. You should be thanking us, not calling us losers. Oh, is that so? I'm very sorry for not thanking you enough then. Satoko, you just add oil to the flames of my rage. I'll make you regret what you just said. Well, that's the spirit, Keiichi. This old man hopes you can at least last long enough to serve as entertainment. Rena, you too. You'd be embarrassed if you were the first to be shot, but I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. So they have to entirely avoid being shot in like a water gun fight. This is gonna be really hard to do. Considering nothing really impedes the person you're shooting from just turning around and shooting you. Prepare yourself for a bad time. Oh, you think Rena's going down first? Amici and Satoko, you're so mean. Rena and Keiichi, go for it! Yay! Mion and Satoko laughed at us as loud as they could and moved on to tease their next target. Left alone, all I could do was stomp on the floor in rage. Damn it! I'm gonna win. I can't let them laugh at me like that again. I agree. It feels bad to have them laugh at us like that. It's not only how it feels, it's also how they step on my pride. Damn it. Like Michan said, it may not be true. It might be true you can't stop losing once you get used to it. That's why we have to win today, no matter what, so we can get even. Rena's eyes look different. She's usually funny and weird, but I know she has the determination to do what she needs to do. When Rena looks like this, she can be a tough opponent. Today, I'll follow the first club rule. I'll do everything I can to win. Oh, you sound determined. You sound cool, but also like you've been going easy on them before. Rena smiled. Or maybe you could have called it a wicked grin. Okay, it seems like you're playing with water guns and the goal is to not get hit. Would the best strategy just be to not be present. Like do the battle arena. Battle Royale. Do the Battle Royale strategy. The best strategy for Battle Royale is always just not to be present and then or seen until like the last couple circles where you're forced to be seen. If no one can see you, no one can kill you, so you last longer. We'll see. He was serious. Oh? She was serious about what she said. I could tell from her expression alone. Among all the club members, Rena is easily the most sensible. The rule of our club is that we can do anything in order to win, but she's the only one who has moral qualms in doing it. That's why we rarely have a hard time against her, except for when she snaps. It's rare to hear her say she won't go easy. Damn it, when you grin like that, you leave me no choice. I gotta be super serious about this, too. I always have to fight with all I have in our club, but I believe there's a time when I have to get super serious about it. I think today's that time. Indeed. Alright. We pounded our fists together. Usually when we don't want to lose a game, one asks the other to work together, but Rena didn't ask this time. Which meant she's gonna try to defeat everybody by herself. Not just try, she's going to do it by herself. Rena looked cool in the moment, but I wasn't scared. If she was seriously gonna do it, I'd have to be serious and do it too. My fighting spirit had been dented after many losses, but it had begun to burn hot once more. You look good too, Keiichi. You've been scaring me a little. You look like you're gonna defeat everyone by yourself. Oh, that's what you're gonna do too. That means we're gonna fight against each other at the very end. We would, if we defeated everybody else. I hope you'll be the last one I have to fight against. Me too. Alright. We pounded our fists together again. Everyone remember the rules? Let's see. You gotta call it out when you get hit? Yep. Once you're hit, you can't shoot at anyone. Even if you did, it wouldn't count. Mion, I'd like to confirm the definition of being hit one last time. When someone shoots you with a water gun, you're hit. I'll break it down more for you, Keiichi. You're only hit when it's water from a water gun. In other words, when someone splashes you with a bucket of water, it doesn't count. Only direct shots from a water gun count. I'm sure you're not scared of Satoko's trap attacks now, huh? Ho ho. I'll still have many kinds of traps. I mean, are you saying you can't set up a gun to fire? Even if it's a water gun, you can do it. Rena, you'll be my first target. I don't think so. You're not strong enough to take me down yet. What did you just say? Oh, I can't believe Rena gives Satoko tip for 10. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be... Wait, she said this is gonna be fun. Damn it, Mion stole my line. Don't you think so, Keiichi? I don't think so. At least not for you, because all you're gonna be doing is choosing which of us is gonna shoot you first. Keiichi seems determined to be. Mion seemed to sense fighting spirit in me and Rena. I could tell she was as serious as we were, and judging from the way she looks. Alright, I like your spirit. Are you ready to start? Everyone get to your positions. The ones you drew by a lot earlier. By a lot earlier. Everyone had to draw lots to pick a place to start the game from. It wouldn't be fun if everyone was close together at the start of the game. Okay, so, tricks to win. Let's see. Tricks to win. Spray yourself with the hose, or like get a little bit of water on yourself so people think you're hit. Maybe? That'd be a good start, right? By the way, my starting position was behind the school building. Okay. When I drew this position, I thought about hiding until there were only a few people left, like I did in our last game of tag. But a defensive tactic like that wasn't interesting to me anymore. I hadn't been this excited in a long time. My legs were shaking with excitement. It was my first time experiencing that kind of feeling. I could hear Mion's countdown from some distance away. 3, 2, 1. A single shot of a toy pistol echoed. With that sound, I was already running around the building. He's gonna die. He might not die in this scene, but he's certainly gonna die at some point. There had to be some underclassmen nearby. I'd usually assume that somebody else would take care of them, but not this time. This was different. Ah! They stood frozen in fear as I ran towards them, screaming at the top of my voice. It took a moment to decide whether to fight or run, and in that moment, I shot one after the other. Sorry guys, you got unlucky with where you started. I felt bad for them, they lost the game so quickly, so I rubbed their heads to cheer them up, and then took their guns. That was the key factor in this game. You can't put a lot of water in a water gun. With 10 people around you in a gun battle, the water would be gone in a minute. I abandoned the gun I used to shoot them, held one of their guns in each hand, and scoped out the schoolyard. Depends on what kind of gun you're using. So they're using water guns, right? It has to be a decent gun if you can empty it in like 2 seconds, right? It has to have like some serious water pressure. Because like even the smallest water gun, like think of the cheapest squirt pistol you can buy. You can, if you walk up to someone and go pow 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 pow, you got like 100, maybe 200 shots in that. Like they have a lot of shots, like a squirt gun. He's got to have something serious if he's emptying the fucking water in like 2 seconds. Right? I have a couple guns. I used to have a couple guns like that would empty themselves really quickly. Although, I don't think you could empty them without hitting someone. There might be really, really small ones. Maybe really small. This is also the 80s, though. It's also the 80s, so they practically... safety regulations don't exist. You know where the frame is the container? Yeah, I'm saying those guns. Those really small squirt pistols? Those things you can fire like you can fire them like 100 times without running out of water. Like realistically, you could go through this, you could fight like 30 people without running out of water. As long as you only have to hit someone once, like, that's not too bad. So I'm guessing he has something slightly more serious though. I have a couple super soakers. You could empty like half the tank in less than a minute if you wanted to. You could empty like the whole tank in a minute if you wanted to. Oh, I used to have a couple. I think one of them I could do in like 20 seconds. Like one I could legit do in like 20 seconds, and it had like a fuck ton of water in it. The water pressure was really good too. Only issue with that one is that it didn't hold pressure very long. You had to continue. It was like super hard to keep up the high pressure on it. You ever got a super soaker? Yeah, some of them are like that. So it depends on the super. It depends on the super soaker, honestly. Like some of them, it's like you can fire a lot of water at medium pressure. Some of them, it's a fuck ton at high pressure. Sometimes a little. Like it depends on like how expensive it is too. Ah. Not quite. Less Hanzo vibes. Less Hanzo vibes. I'm not immediately seeing Hanzo from Overwatch in your picture. Just like I expected, there was an intense battle happening there. In their short time it took for me to take care of the area behind the school building, it seems most of my classmates were already shot. I wasn't surprised though, I kinda knew it had happened. You need to have a high skill to fight in the open schoolyard. Especially when most club members were there. It must have been like a battle of elephants and ants. What is that Mion's holding? Mion was holding a different water gun from the one she had when the game started. She was holding one that looked like a huge machine gun. You live in a country where security regulations are harder than the USA. I mean, super soakers are literally shoot water. They can't shoot bullets. I can imagine a few countries being super anal about that, anyway. It's like most of them probably, you could probably get like pretty good volume out of a hose if you have a nice water, if you have a really nice water hookup. Although I guess there are a couple that actually hurt to get hit by. Not very many of those though. Its range capability, its pump action shooting, and the amount of water it can hold were way beyond comparison. Mion's playing to win. Good call. Bring your own better gun. How could she have a minigun? There were no restrictions on what kind of water guns we could use today. As long as it's a water gun, we're allowed to use any core. Remember, her family, one of her relatives owns a fucking toy store. It looks like a huge machine gun, but all it has is pump action. It doesn't actually say it has anything else. Most of us have a normal pistol-style water gun from a local toy store or something similar. Yep, there we go. So they do have little water pistols, and she's like running around with an actual water gun. Nice, nice. Nice. I would have bought a bigger one like Mion's if they'd had one. But they weren't in stock, and I'd have to order it in. In other words, Mion ordered hers a long time ago, just for today. She's always well prepared when it comes to winning. She must have thought we wouldn't allow her to use the big water gun if she showed it off before the game started, so she must have hidden it somewhere. Good plan, Mion. It looks like most of our classmates were shot right after the game started. Only a few were still alive trying to survive. Yeah, if you're running like the dollar store water pistols, you have like literally 2 feet of range. Like you can literally throw the water pistol further than you can shoot people with it. And then she has something that's like 5 meters range. Literally anyone who comes in range just gets shot as long as she's not out of water pressure. Alright, only a few were still alive, trying to survive as long as they could by using the heavy construction equipment as a shield. Alright, they're hiding in cover. Mion mercilessly shot at them from various angles to make them come out from behind the shield. Stop hiding, cowards! Mita-kun and Okumura-kun were trying their best to resist her attack from behind their shield. It looked like they had no chance against her. Okay, where's the mobile shield when you need it? But that actually wasn't true. After all, the 2 of them were only still alive because of all their experience in water gun battles. They survived the first few minutes of her assault, even though 99% of their classmates didn't. And they still were surviving at that very moment. Mion, however, is also a battle-hardened soldier. She used the advantage of her big water tank and gradually but certainly drove them into a corner. It was only a matter of time until she broke them down. We're cornered. It's not fair. She has a machine gun. All we have to do is survive till her tank runs low. We don't stand a chance against her while she's shooting at us like this. They tried to hold out against her, but all they could do was keep running behind cover as she strafed closer and closer to them. They wanted to use their 2-on-1 advantage, but it seems they wouldn't get their chance. If they tried attacking recklessly, one might get shot and the other would have no chance of winning. So they grew more cautious, placing their bets on their final chance, but that caused their offense to wane. Oh no, a cut-in. That's the first time we've had a cut-in like that. Of course, Mion saw through their plan. She was purposely provoking them so they'd lose their patience and start attacking recklessly. She circled around the construction equipment, and now she was standing with her back towards me. If I went up against her machine gun fair and square, I wouldn't stand a chance. So attacking from behind would be the only way to beat her. Even so, even though she was in a defenseless position, there was some distance between her. Is there cover? I was still too far away. But it would be better to attack her now than to take her head on. Don't hesitate, Keiichi. You won't have this chance again. I stepped out from behind my hiding place and ran as fast as I could towards her with 2 water guns in my hands. Instead of approaching slowly and silently, I screamed at the top of my lungs. Ah, Mion! What? Oh, there you are, Kei-chan. Mion seemed a little shocked by my surprise attack, but she immediately pulled herself together. She knew the advantages of her weapon. But she didn't shoot me just yet. She held back, luring me closer. She was well aware how much water she had left. If she had the same kind of water gun as me, we would have had the same range capability, so it would have been down to technique to determine the winner. If she was fighting against one of her underclassmen, she could have defeated them easily. And she immediately calculated her chance of winning against me and figured her only chance was to use the advantage of her water gun. She saw the eye of the tiger in me and recalculated her chances of winning in a split second. Really, I can admire how quickly she does these things. Ran at top speed to shorten the distance. Shouldn't we be, basically we're playing distraction for the 2 kids, right? I assume that's what we're doing. We're shouting at the top of our lungs, making it really obvious we're charging her. So they walk up, so they come out of cover and tap her. Our strengths should have been equal. I had 2 water guns with full tanks. She had a machine gun with a half-empty tank. We both waited for the perfect moment. Fighting spirit deserves my respect, Kei-chan. I'm not sure if I would have been a match for you today if I didn't have this gun. I'm disappointed, Mion. Your calculations are off today. Did you say you thought you could beat me? Because you don't stand a chance. The moment we step within range, Mion and I pull our triggers at the same time. Mion set her sights squarely on me while I was trying to shoot and run at the same time. Her shot would obviously be more accurate than mine. My shot of water flew towards nowhere. Mion didn't even need to duck. But Mion's shot made a beautiful arc straight towards my chest. I could see the line of water coming at me, but I was too unstable to dodge. He had no doubt she got me. You need more than spirit to defeat me. I knew you'd be first to go down. I'm disappointed, Mion. Your calculations are really off today. Bullshit! You can't dodge that shot! It'll go straight through you and you'll regret the moment you chose to come at me screaming rather than creeping up from behind. You're really disappointing me today, Mion. You could have figured it out if you spent one more second to think. You could have figured out the reason why I didn't creep up on you, but screamed as loud as I could instead. Mion noticed my surprise attack and turned around to face me. In other words, she turned her back on the opponents she was fighting earlier. Those opponents heard my scream and saw she'd turned her back on them. What's this? Nani? Mion noticed her back was wet and cold. She finally understood the underclassmen she was attacking just earlier had shown their fangs and attacked from behind. I blocked her water shot with my arm right before it hit my chest. The line of water was broken into droplets and splattered away. Damn it. I got hit first, my shot didn't count. Took you too long to figure out. You were already dead. Now get down, Mion. Mion squatted down and covered her head. Now it's me versus Tomita and Okamura. The reflexes weren't so bad. They knew full well I'd be their next target after Mion was gone. They didn't feel sorry at all for attacking me right after I saved them from their predicament. I can respect their cruelty and how quickly they shifted gears. They may one day be able to join our club if they keep refining their sense and skill. Our next target's my bar. Let's get them. It's 1 against 2. We can take them. They were, however, one step behind me. It was already too late. For them, Mion was their first target and I was the next. But I was different. Oh, how are we different? My first target was them from the start. I didn't even see Mion as my target to begin with because I knew that they'd take care of her. I was pointing my guns at them long before they moved their sights from Mion to me. It seemed they noticed at the last moment that both of my guns had been pointing at them from the beginning, which meant it was already too late. I jumped over Mion, rolled on the ground, and landed on my feet. That seems like a terrible idea, but okay. Remember, he's dual wielding, so he's doing a shoulder roll. He's leaping over her and doing a shoulder roll. Doing a leaping shoulder roll while you're holding two water guns? Alright, dude. You looked as elegant as an athlete who finished a perfect performance. I had a gun in each hand. Why don't you just sprint? But anyway. And with each of those guns, I shot them each in the middle of their chests. So fast. How could the two of us lose against one? Tomita and Okamura fell to their knees in disappointment. I can't believe you did this, Keiichi. I guess I'm off today, like you said. Mion wiped the dirt off her knees, looking frustrated. Oh, don't worry, it wasn't you. Why did I lose? Simple. I twirled my guns on the tips of my fingers. I have to win sometimes in order to keep looking so cool. It's true. He's always losing. He's got to impress the ladies, right? There's only a few people left alive. Rena, Satoko, myself. Rena and Satoko were fighting fiercely. Wait. Stop. We're missing someone. Where's Rika? Rika's still alive. You haven't said Rika. Rika's hasn't been mentioned. She's still in the game. I'm not falling for this trap. Rena and Satoko were fighting fiercely. Were they evenly matched? No, Satoko's pushing her hand. I mean, it's one-hit kills with a water gun, dude. Moving fast, she was driving Rena into a corner. Rena was usually gentle and slow, but today she was different. She was very serious today, and yet Satoko was overwhelming her. She's a tough customer, even without her tricky traps. Oh, do you remember threatening me earlier? I suppose you were just bluffing. You move well, but I'm still gonna win. Satoko kept moving around, piling on pressure to pin Rena down. She kept shooting, so her tank must have almost been empty, but her shots were still very sharp and fast. I noticed a bucket near her feet, filled with water guns. I understood seeing that. She'd been taking guns from others who were already out of the game, and in this battle, reloading was more critical than actual shooting. The hole you put water into these guns is rather small. Put water through it from a faucet takes time and requires skill. In a battle like this, it'd be almost suicidal. I understood that well. I've been taking guns from the people I beat, but I could only hold one in each hand. She used a bucket to overcome that limit. Not a bad plan. Rena looked like she only had one water gun. I assumed she had two earlier, but she must have used a lot of water during her battle with Satoko. It looked like she's trying to save her water for the right moment, but with Satoko's fierce attacks, it was obvious that it was only a matter of time before Rena was driven into a corner. However, Rena is quite skilled. She only pretended to be driven into a corner. She's actually luring Satoko to a place where she'd have the advantage. It was a narrow, twisting path near the gym behind the school building. If Rena's water level was running low, she'd want to turn things around with a single close-range shot, and that narrow path was the perfect place for her to do that. What's wrong? You're slowing down a little. Getting tired? Oh, I appreciate your concern. I'm not tired at all. I think you should worry more about your remaining water. You haven't shot back at me for a while. Your tank's empty, I suppose? If you think so, why don't you stop hiding and show your face? I'll pass. I'm aware you've been holding on to your last shot. One shot's all I need. I'll be nice and shoot you in the forehead. I don't want to get your clothes wet after all. Oh, I never imagined I could have such a thrilling battle with you, Rena. However, with the amount of water you have remaining, I doubt you have enough pressure to make that last shot go far. Satoko was right about that. Where is Rika? Rena probably had enough water to make one last shot. As the amount of water left in the tank dwindles, the range of shots you can make shortens. Makes the last shot the shortest and weakest of them all. Regardless of her absolutely disadvantageous situation, Rena didn't look frustrated. I could tell she had no intention of losing. It was almost like she didn't even see Satoko as a threat. Picked a perfect location for yourself, did you not? I'd have to tread cautiously. Satoko seemed to understand how dangerous Rena's last shot was going to be better than I did, since she was the one actually fighting her. I don't play chess often, but I believe this situation is called a stalemate, is it not? Satoko took out another gun with a full tank and shortened the distance between them slowly and carefully. A gun with a full tank doesn't only have long range, it has enough power to make shots more accurate. If they shot each other in a frontal attack, Satoko would have a 99% chance to win. Even so, Satoko was still afraid of Rena's last shot. She shortened the distance further, smiling as if unafraid, but I could tell she was actually filled with fear. She compared this situation to chess earlier, but it wasn't the same. In chess, you can use some pieces to drive the opponent's king to a corner, but in this case, there's only Rena and Satoko. You can lose some of your pieces to achieve a win, but Satoko doesn't have any pieces other than herself. The king can't drive the other king into a corner alone. It's called a stalemate, and that's why, at first glance, it looks like Satoko has absolute advantage. They're actually on equal footing. Let's finish this. It's not like us to wait for the bell to bring an end to this battle. Right, let's do this. That's strange, I thought. Rena wouldn't have to move just on a dare from Satoko. What kind of plan did she have? Rena had been hiding behind cover for a while, but she came out without hesitation. I noticed something right away. She had a different gun. Satoko seemed to notice it as well. I had planned to hide here when my water ran low. I had a gun in advance. Damn, she's good. And using a trap at the last moment for a come-behind victory was as though she was taking Satoko's best skill from her and firing it right back. Satoko no longer had an advantage now that both of them were pointing their guns at each other with full tanks. But she still looked confident. Wait, what was going on? Did she have a plan too? That gun you're holding right now is very important to me. What do you mean? You could have kept waiting for your perfect shot and wouldn't have come out of hiding if you didn't have that gun. At that moment, lightning ran through my brain and I instantly understood the situation. Of course! Rena was in a disadvantageous situation earlier, but it was actually the same for Satoko since she didn't have a chance to make her shot while Rena was in hiding. Rena had remained cautious in order to hit her with her last shot, and that made it difficult for Satoko to attack. But what if Rena didn't need to take the last shot for a come-behind victory? No, I said it wrong. What if Rena got a new gun with a full tank? She'd stop hiding and come out to fight against Satoko. You see, I knew from the beginning you'd run over here to obtain that gun. Let Satoko talk. Crap, Rena. You don't have to listen to her, just shoot her right now! Rena thought the same thing. She shot at Satoko without hesitation. But she frowned in confusion a moment after. What was going on? She couldn't shoot? Was her water gun broken? Or did somebody break it? Didn't you know you can easily break a water gun by putting a little bit of sand in an empty tank and pulling the trigger several times? Yeah, okay. Oh, she points at the beach. You know I was hiding my trump card and pulled a cheap trick like that, huh? I told you, you only set one small trap at the last moment. That's the beauty of traps. When it comes to traps, Satoko remained a notch above Rena after all. I couldn't believe Satoko figured out Rena's plan in advance and set a trap to counter it. Oh my goodness. Rena, you made a big mistake. You should have kept that old gun with you. You could have at least made that last shot. But it's too late to pick it up again. Rena's in a worse situation than before. Oh, come on, Rena. How's Rena gonna pull this off? She's gotta have a trick. You couldn't even take another shot. Be prepared. You told me earlier you'd shoot me in the forehead, did you not? Well, I'll be at least kind enough to do you the same favor. Satoko slowly narrowed her distance again and pointed the muzzle at Rena's forehead. But Rena still didn't look like she'd given up. She still thought the game was undecided. Satoko, you're not as good as you think you are. Oh, what did you say? If you got me with your trap, you'd be right as you're right as the winner to allow yourself the room to breathe and smile like you're doing right now. But all you've done is drive me into a tough spot. You haven't killed me yet. Don't you think it's too early for you to act like you already got me? Oh, I thought you were going to say something scarier than that. Makes no difference. I'm going to get you right now. How are you? I'd just shoot rather than talking. You know why? If I didn't, I'd lose. Lose? Are you talking about me? I highly doubt you can fight with a jammed water gun. You remember the rules? You hit when it's water from a water gun. What are you saying? When I heard her say that, I started running. My target was Rena. Satoko was already dead. Why? She's gonna be shot by Rena within a second. I have no idea what you're referring to, Rena-san. What do you think you can do with a jammed water gun? As long as I have water in my gun, I can still fight. Don't you get it yet? Rena raised her broken water gun high and smashed its handle on the wall of the school building as hard as she could. The plastic broke and water flowed out of it. As long as the water from the gun hits you, you're dead. It doesn't matter where the water comes out. Rena was right, she saved herself with the ether. Dude, I was thinking she'd just like uncork the thing and just take a swing, but this works too. Break the gun. If she's using a real gun, bullets would only come out from one end of the gun. But this was a water gun. She could make her bullets, water in this case, come from anywhere, not just the barrel. Satoko finally realized she was standing defenselessly in front of Rena. Satoko's trap was successful, but she overestimated the effect. She should have just shot Rena without hesitating before Rena noticed her new water gun was jammed. She's gonna fail because she'd run confident to victory. A second before she pulled the trigger, she swung her water gun as if slashing Satoko with a sword. Satoko fired her bullets, but it was too late. A second before Rena could be shot, a blade of water hit Satoko in the face. Not hit. It cut her face wide open. Your endgame wasn't good enough. I can't believe I lost. Rena ran towards Satoko, who was standing still in shock, and took her water gun. Rena knew I was her last target, and then I was running towards her. Rena! Rena, using her superior mobility, began to duck and weave. Okay. Where's Rika? We were evenly matched. Neither of us neglected to make any effort possible to take advantage of the situation. I knew it ended up being a one-on-one battle with you. Where's Rika? I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. I'm seeing you in a new light today. I didn't know you had the gifts. Rather than a new light, I'd like you to see me in a romantic way. Wait, what? I can try if you let me win. No thanks. We circled around the construction equipment trying to take shots at each other. We were both sweating like crazy, but I didn't feel tired. Big drops of sweat tickled as they ran down my body. Rapid bursts of water flew across both our paths. Neither of us had the advantage or disadvantage. I didn't feel elated I might win or frustrated I might lose. I was just enjoying this battle with Rena. It was like a dance. A dance I couldn't dance alone. A dance I could only dance with an opponent. Rena, sure, it's sharp when she gets serious. Giving me chills. Keiichi sure is good too. He's evenly matched with her. I can't tell who's gonna win. In fact, none of the observers could tell who was going to win. And neither could we. We had no idea who was going to win. No idea when this battle would end. I didn't know why, but it was great fun just to fight against Rena. And I didn't care whether I won or lost. In fact, I never wanted it to end. As we fired at each other, both our tanks emptied, shortening our range. Inevitably became more and more like a melee than a gun battle. We fired our water guns as if trying to cut each other with blades of water, swinging the gun like a sword. We both came up with the idea to swing the gun hard to generate centrifugal force in order to increase the range of our attacks. Yup. I dived to duck her shot. I rolled on the ground and landed on my feet. I ducked her shot again and swung my gun like a sword. Who would have imagined our club's water gun battle would turn into a one-on-one close combat like this? Nobody. Oh, you think so too, Rena? You too, Keiichi? We were both breathing hard, calculating the timing needed to take a closer step. And then we grinned wickedly at each other. This is so fun. I don't want it to end. Don't hate me if you lose. Never. I hate myself for ending this game. But I know I won't be the one crying in the end. I don't know about that. Your feet are getting weak, like they're made of straw. Shut up! Ah! Oh. It looks so cool. My Baro-san, go. Go. You can get him. Who do we want to win? Who do we want to win? I don't know who I want to win. Do I want Rena or Keiichi to win? Maybe I want Rena to win. I mean, she is an axe murderer, but maybe I want her to... Well... Yeah, she is an actual axe murderer. But I kind of want her to win right now. That was a good trick. It was a good trick. And exactly what I would have done. So I want Rena to win right now. I became relaxed enough to enjoy the battle and realized many of our classmates were watching our one-on-one fight. I barely had any water left. I would have to make the next shot count or I was done for. It seemed Rena was in the same spot too. The next shot will decide it. I wish we could fill up our tanks and keep doing this forever. Huh, people enjoy things because they end eventually. Flowers are beautiful because they wither. I see, that's one way to look at it. It's been fun fighting against you. But this is it. Indeed. Sorry, I'm gonna end this battle. Good luck, Keiichi. Don't cry when you lose. Let's do this. Hell yeah! Ah! Alright, Keiichi. Keiichi's going in. What? Which one? Which one won? The cries of cicadas echoed in the quiet schoolyard. They sounded like the hand of a watch ticking away the seconds. Neither one of us moved. We took our final shots and stood motionless. It looked like one of those duels in Western movies. Who hit the other first? I don't know, I couldn't see it. Our classmates broke the silence first. They finally realized our intensely beautiful one-on-one was over. She's adorable even though she's an axe murderer, or rather a machete murderer. Class friends, what's your decision? Mion in turn realized she had to deliver a verdict to end the game. But she was as stunned as the others and it took her a moment to recover. Mion was taking time to render her verdict. In fact, Rena and I didn't know who won either. My last shot flew fast and splashed sideways as if a blade had cut her chest. I knew that for sure, but at the same moment Rena's shot hit me in the shoulder. Whoever shot the other first wins, but we didn't know if it was me or her. So we stood motionless, waiting for the verdict to be delivered. Did you see it, Rika? I can't tell. Class press, who won? Everyone held their breath, waiting for Mion to call it. Rena and I kept staring at each other. The spectators were the only ones interested in who the winner was. To us, it wasn't important. We had a great battle. We wanted to do better than the other. We both wanted to call it a tie. For this great battle, settling for a tie would be the best and most proper option. In other words, this wasn't a battle to decide the winner. It seems everybody's thinking the same way. Me? Yeah. They can't move if you don't deliver a verdict. Yeah. Mion hates to settle for a tie because she loves to draw a line between superiors and inferiors. Tends to settle for a tie when deciding who's loser. because it's more fun to have as many people as possible suffer the punishment, but she's never settled for a tie between winners before. Mion holds a special feeling towards the meaning of being number one. Everyone continued holding their breath, awaiting her verdict. Please, please make it a tie. Please, please, please. I want Rena to win, but a tie would be okay too. Everyone wished for that in their hearts. Mion was hesitating to make the decision. She could have chosen a winner more easily if one of us did even a little bit better than the other. But if even one of us did better than the other, I feel like nothing fits better than settling for a tie. The two of you did great today. Mion finally started speaking. Keiichi and Rena, you showed us significant spirit and skill today. The explosive power you showed us was so beautiful. It's beyond even the highest praise I can deliver. It's very difficult for me to decide who the winner should be after watching such an amazing battle. You mean we have two winners? I don't like to have two winners. That's not the point of our club. However, they're both so good, it's hard for me to decide who is better. So, I'll call it a tie for today. And they'll have another battle some other time to determine the winner. I expected she might settle for a tie. I never thought she'd make us have another battle, though. Bar, you were awesome. It's a water gun fight. You were so cool. Ryuga-san, you gave me the chills. It was like, you know, you set our hearts on fire. Classmates rushed towards us and praised us for showing them something that's that cool. Man, this is like an everybody clapped moment. It's like, it was a water gun fight. I don't think I've ever been like, oh my god, he's so cool. He's so cool. Had a water gun. He was shooting his water pistol. Rena and I were finally released from the tension of battle and dropped to our knees. Too bad. We tied. Yeah, I can't wait for our next battle. Can you give me your hand? Of course. I was gonna ask you the same thing. We both smiled at each other. It was the first time we ever hit it off like this. Had a side. She's pulled a fast one, hasn't she? What do you mean? Michan's trying to get away without suffering the punishment while we're distracted. She was just trying to sound cool, but the main reason she delivered that verdict was to protect herself. Yeah, hey, she's running away. Looks like my guess was right. She's so obvious. The bell rang. Assigned class was over. Well, we all laughed at Mion. After that, what's the punishment? Shove it there, you two. Here, use this towel. Rika held out a towel, a big smile on her face. However, Rena and I stepped back and pointed our water guns at her. I was already shot many times. I told everyone I was already hit. No one believed me. Rika was soaking wet. Well, no one believed her because she could be that sneaky, pretending she was hit in order to stay in the game. Shoot her! Shoot her! It's your own fault no one believes you. Sometimes it's hard to believe anything you say. Me? I don't know what's funnier, whether she's pretending to do this or no one believing her because that's something she would actually do. What's funnier? What's funnier? Oh, that'd be hilarious. Just shoot her. Just shoot her. Just shoot her. Everyone's so mean to me. I feel lonely. I'm lonely like a poor kitten crying to Karma because no one wants her. Shoot her. She's making excuses. Me. She's making excuses. Boom. The sound came from Rena's head. I saw a circle of smoke coming out of it. Rena must have pictured Rika meowing like a kitten in a cardboard box. Rika's is an abandoned kitten. I'm taking her home with me. Aww. Ow! Meep. Boom. Rena, you're running. You're ruining how cool we looked. Rena was back to her normal self and jumped on Rika like a chameleon capturing its prey. Rika struggles to get away. Come on, everyone, get back to your classroom now. Chie-sensei clapped her hands and yelled at us from the window of the teacher's office. Alright, let's go. Everyone exchanged smiles and ran to the classroom. Well, it sounds like a lovely PE class. Definitely not something that would have happened in any year past the year 2000. I mean, water guns can hurt people's feelings. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Alright, Chapter Prologue. Oh, chapter 1. Okay. Chapter 1 done. That wasn't too bad. A nice, light-hearted start to what was it's promised to be a. It was promised to be a light-hearted story. I think we're going to enjoy it. It's nice to go here from. I think the first chapter of the last one was escaping from school. It was escaping from school. Their evil grandmother sent you to. Much more anxiety-inducing. This one was far more relaxing. You're like, I don't care who wins, it's not important, but it was kind of an enjoyable scenario, right? You're just sitting there relaxing, enjoying the scene, rather than feeling a bit of tension. I awoke from my dream, still feeling excited. I must have had a very happy dream. I already forgot what it was about. It felt as if there was a switch that just automatically made me forget my dreams when I opened my eyes. All I could remember is it was a happy dream. I look at the ceiling and enjoy the happy feeling for a while. It was Sunday today. Oh, nice. They don't have to get up. Outside the window, I could hear a morning bird song that sounded totally different from what I heard on weekdays. The morning bird song on weekdays sounds like they're in a rush as if they're telling me to hurry to school, but on Sunday it's different. I could tell the birds are singing simply because they want to tell everybody how great a morning it is. Sure is nice not having to go to church on Sundays. It's always annoying having to get up early on Sundays still. Keiichi is lucky. I even felt like the birds that sing on weekdays must be different birds from the ones that sing on Sunday. I wonder if there really are birds that only sing on Sunday. I don't know, maybe. It sounds like a luxurious job for some reason. The way is to listen to such a valuable bird song when you're not quite awake. As I fully awaken, my normal crude personality takes over. And I start feeling stupid to even think there might be birds that only sing on Sunday. That's right, birds follow the calendar. They only sing every 7th day. And the Sunday birds, they're the elite ones. The best of the best. As I yawned and stretched, my blood started circulating through my entire body. It felt good. I turned over and looked at the clock. It says it's past 10. I used to go to my cram school on Sunday at 10. Well, I guess he was going somewhere on Sunday. That was before I moved to Hinamizawa. My parents made me go to several cram schools back then. I remember that the one I had to go to on the 1st and 3rd Sundays of the month was the hardest one of all because I had to change trains several times to get there. I was never allowed to sleep in so late back then. My mom always woke me up early so I wouldn't miss my classes. That's probably why I've always dreamed of being able to wake up whenever I wanted on a Sunday. Needless to say, I don't feel that way anymore now that I've moved to Hinamizawa. After all, I can always sleep till noon on Sundays now. Sounds nice. My life has changed completely since I moved here. Before, I used to think living in the countryside would be inconvenient. To be honest, I wasn't interested in living here. It depends on what you're considering inconvenient and what you want to do. It was only the first few days I felt that way. And now, I don't feel attached to life in the city or its conveniences. When I think about what part of my life in Hinamizawa I'm most attached to, I'd have to say it's probably my friends. Well, I mean, if that's what you care about most, it's honestly just a matter of getting friends. I guess the reason why I'm being so sentimental is because you had so much fun yesterday in the water gun fight with all your classmates. I mean, can't you make friends at other schools too? All right. I guess these ones are just higher quality by pure RNG. So at my age, I got so into it, I had so much fun. I bet the kids in the city wouldn't be able to play like that. Isn't he like 14 or some shit? You're like 14, dude. Who the fuck doesn't like shooting people with water guns? Anyway. You're like, who the fuck doesn't like doing that? No, I should say they wouldn't even want to go in the first place. They wouldn't even realize how exciting a simple water gun fight would be. Damn, he's becoming like Takuru, man. He's like, these wrong-siders wouldn't like a water gun fight if I shot them with it. They wouldn't even be able to compete. It'd be too much for them. They're inferior to me. I went downstairs and saw my parents watching a serious TV program, arguing about the topic together. First of all, telephone service charges in Japan are way too expensive, because the state has a monopoly. But private companies are profit-oriented organizations. They're not exactly charitable. I wonder if they can maintain uniform service nationwide. Yeah, both of those are pretty... That's a difficult argument. Nationalized telephone presumably helps everyone the same, but sucks. Private companies might offer better quality, but they probably wouldn't offer it to people in the countryside. A tough one. A tough one. I mean, think of internet service providers. Internet service sucks in the country. Absolutely sucks. It blows. And they don't fucking expand even when they're paid to do it. Government literally pays private companies to fucking expand to the country, and they're like, maybe. Maybe. Maybe we'll do it after we take your money. But yeah, state monopoly, I guess if it's feasible for the state to roll it out in a certain time, and it keeps a high standard, it's possible. I mean, Japan did manage to get high-speed rail everywhere, so if they can do high-speed rail, they can probably do internet, phone cable, stuff like that. It sounds feasible, but of course, that requires the same level of commitment and dedication to that quality, which is not often found in government projects. Best of luck. The experts on TV were arguing about the same thing. It seems there's a possibility the telephone service will get privatized. I'm too young to understand how privatization could make things better, but I can easily assume people will start talking about privatizing the postal service in the near future too. My parents were arguing about the topic fiercely, but they got along very well. Let's put it this way, they get along well and that's why they argue. I don't remember seeing them get along this well when we were living in the city. It's probably one of those things that got better since we moved to Hinamizawa. A cold relationship between parents doesn't bring any benefits to their kids. Keiichi, you're up early today. You want to eat breakfast? No thanks, I'm going out today, I don't need anything. Are you going with your friends? Is it those club activities you always talk about? No, it's not a club day. It's the punishment game for the game we played yesterday. Oh. Hit you watching a certain Saber Sim. You're 3 years into Grand Order without a single steno and it warmed your heart. Someone rang the doorbell. I looked at the clock and noticed time to meet Rena. A certain wonderful couple people forced me to use the steno on a caster node earlier today. That was interesting. That was interesting. I guess I spent too much time enjoying waking up late. I didn't realize it was time to meet Rena. I ran upstairs to get a change of clothes. I quickly changed and ran to the front door. Rena was chatting with my parents. I always feel uncomfortable when my parents talk to my friends. I'm afraid they'll say something embarrassing about me. If they told Rena I wet my bed till I was X years old or something, she wouldn't wait until Monday to tell everyone in my school, or maybe even everyone in Hinamizawa. Hey Rena, good morning. Sorry for making you late. Keiichi-kun. Rena and my parents looked at me and laughed. I said good morning and they laughed. I was too late. My parents must have already told Rena some embarrassing secrets about me. I don't want my parents to tell her anything else, so I put my shoes on in a rush and pushed Rena out the house. My parents waved at us, smiling. Have a nice day. Rena-chan, please take care of Keiichi. Don't worry. I'll take good care of Keiichi-kun. I have no idea why you'd want to do that. I don't need you to take care of me. I dragged Rena away from the house, and we were on our way. We rode our bicycles to the town of Okonomiya. It's a long way away. It's an easy ride to town because it's mostly downhill, but it's a hard ride on the way back. I felt like Rena was giggling whenever she looked at me. I badly wanted to know what kind of embarrassing information my parents fed her before I came downstairs. I tried to give her a new subject to talk about to get whatever she had heard from my parents out of her head. Why are you so close to my folks? Well, we're very close because we talk a lot. When do you talk to my parents? I've never seen you having a conversation. Oh, I see your mother all the time at the grocery store. She's there. Special bargain. And extra point days. Oh yeah, my mom keeps an eye on those. She sticks notes like that on the fridge. They're always all about when she can get things cheaper. Whenever I see her at the store, we talk about we're having dinner that night. We do shopping together. A few days ago, she told me curry sauce is on sale and she was going to have curry and rice for dinner. I did the same. I remember we had curry and rice the day before yesterday, so you had curry and rice that day too? Yep. You had pork curry, didn't you? Pork was on sale that day, so your mom and I both bought some. When I was eating curry at home, I knew you were having the same dinner. She knows what I'm eating for dinner every day. It didn't bother me, but I did feel kind of embarrassed. You usually see your father with your mother at the grocery store. Parents get along very well, don't they? Yeah, they like to go grocery shopping together. I think they're a good couple for their age. I don't know how old his parents are supposed to be. I'm like, are they supposed to be like 50 or something? I think it's very important your parents get along well. It's cute they go grocery shopping together. That's enough about my parents. What are yours, Rena? Do they get along? Yeah, they do. We've never met her parents. We're in Arc 6, we've never met them. They're always hugging and kissing, so... I feel like there's no room for me in the house. Her parents are a lovey-dovey couple, huh? I've never met Rena's mother, but I imagine she's just like Rena. I can easily imagine her mother going crazy about the spot her husband missed when shaving, because it looks so cute to her, like sesame seeds on white rice. She must love to touch her husband's chubby stomach because it feels so soft. It was funny how easily I could imagine her mother doing those things. What's so funny? I'm curious about your mother now. I'm gonna go to your house next time and meet your mom. What? What? No. You talk to my mother. It's only fair I talk to yours too, right? But my mom isn't as interesting a person as you think. She's normal and boring. I can even picture how she looks. I know it. She looks just like you, doesn't she? What? No, she doesn't. She doesn't look like me at all. Then why are you acting so weird? Your reaction tells me everything. Anyway, I'm really interested in your mother now. I'm gonna go see her sometime. Be prepared. That's right. He's gonna fuck your mom. No way. If you really come to my house, I'll be so mad at you. Your daughter has been a great friend to me. No, wait. It'll be more fun if I say something like, I've been seeing your daughter, and I'm serious about her. If you come to my house, I'll tell Misha and the others the stories from when you were Oh, what? What kind of stories are you talking about exactly? Well, the one I heard from your mother is about when you were 4 years old. The other is about the slide when you were 6. And another one when you were... You got me, Rena. I'll never get within 100-meter radius of your house as long as you live. Thank you. Damn it, Mom. I'll remember this. You're back. Danny's not rolling well. Oof. We arrived at the station. The place we were going today is right near there. It's a restaurant called Angel Mort. We were meeting up with the others there. Oh, Shion's gonna be here too. Cool. I was surprised when I saw the restaurant. It's usually a normal and quiet restaurant, but today there were many people in front of it. Oh, is it the ice cream day? It didn't look like they were waiting in line to get inside. It looked more like they were just loitering around. They should just line up and go inside like normal people. Oh, what's going on? There's like so many people here. The restaurant has a big event today. I heard many people are coming from far away. There's a flag saying Dessert Festa. I thought it would say Fiesta. It says Festa in front of the restaurant. I heard Angel Mort holds events like this several times a year, and a lot of people come to attend from all over. Hey, people who have a ticket can get into the restaurant. Only people who have a ticket can get into the restaurant. And one ticket allows 4 people to get in. So these people are waiting for friends who have a ticket? Not exactly. Some people have tickets, but don't have 4 people to go with. So you're saying they're here to find someone who'd like to share their empty seats? At that time, the crowd of people roared in excitement. What was going on? This guy has a ticket. He's trying to get inside alone when he can bring 3 more with him. How rude. Please let me join you. If you let me join you, I'll honor you with a rare Angel Mort trading card. Guys, restaurant trading cards. How much would you pay for a restaurant trading card? 5 cents? I don't even know if I'd offer someone a nickel. I'd come with Frontfield's newest summer kit issue. It's limited edition book. I'll give you the beta version of Higurashi with a mode that lets you change everyone's outfits. The uncensored version of Higurashi. Oh, that's funny. That's the first. That's a good offer. All right, I'll consider that one. Make a deal with me for a modded version of G's figure. I'll give you 10,000 yen. Fool, you fool! Real money trading is prohibited. Report, account banned, banned. 10,000 yen, so like $100 bucks. That's not bad. I have no idea what they're talking about. Fans of this restaurant are a little scary, huh? Anyway, what about our ticket? There's 5 of us. How are we getting in? Shh. You know Meat's family owns this restaurant, you know. Oh, Miana's so cool sometimes. Brandon makes a fist and gets all fired up. Well, let's go. Oh, I know what happens when you lose. The loser is the person who doesn't get to eat any ice cream. We're going to dash through the crowd without stopping. That seems like the best course of action, actually. Okay. We nod at each other. Since we are a group of 2 at present, it looked like we'd had 2 more seats to share. Those people might try mobbing us to get a share. We crouch down, getting ready to run. The crowd of people seem to notice us. Look at them! They're gonna force their way through! He's trying to fill a booth with his girlfriend! How reprehensible! He's trying to fill a booth with his girlfriend. How reprehensible. What a line. Alright. Absolutely disgusting going on a date with your girlfriend. We are gonna sit with them and crush their lovey-dovey mood. Fight to the last round! Show them the iron will of the Germans! MC Phillips is the other. Iron will of the Germans, alright. Damn, they're gonna tackle us. They do whatever it took to stop us from getting inside the restaurant. You don't remember? Today's the day Mii-chan and the others suffer their punishment. If we can get inside, our victory yesterday will have been in vain. I can't let that happen. We exhausted ourselves to obtain that victory. To watch our friends undergo this suffering is our right, and our duty as well. But no matter how cool we sound, what we're really after is one thing. I can't wait to see how Satoko and Rika look. I'm taking them home with me. Hey you, young couple, share your empty seats with us, all nice and quiet like. Yeah, we won't let you go through. I won't allow you to use your ticket for yourselves. You have to share the empty seats with us. They reach their hands towards us like zombies. Apparently they're also German zombies. They gradually got closer and closer. We're actually taking it easy though. In fact, I'd say the situation was rather enjoyable. It's like we're in the middle of the game we played yesterday. It's getting fun. Let's kick their asses. Roger that. It's easier to fight against them than against Mii-chan and Satoko, you know? Indeed. I'd say with even 20 to 30 of them, it's still easier than fighting against the other club members. They gotta be good, man. They don't have enough people to stop us. How many people are there? That's a lot. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, let's go. Our enemies number about 20 to 30. If they wanted to stop us, they should have gotten 10 times more than that. Alright. In we go, the front door. Welcome to Angel Morning. Today we're holding a special event. Do you have a ticket? We don't have a ticket, but we were told to give our names. We're Rena, Ryugu, and Keiichi Maibara. Let me check our list. Please wait for a moment. It seems many fans of this restaurant aren't normal people. I bet they try to get in with lies or fake tickets. No wonder this waitress makes sure to check the list. She's making a list. She's checking it twice. She's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Anyway, those people were just too freaky back there. There's no way that normal people could get through them without a struggle. You might be right. But nobody can stop me. You sure did them in. Did you use your elbows or knees? You hit them right in the middle of their faces. You're fucking scary. She is literally like punching people. The way Rena swept them off their feet with super fast, invisible jabs was incredible. So she's literally just like plowing through people, punching them in the face. It even gave me a chill thinking about it. It's because they tried to sabotage my chance to take my girls home with me. They must look so cute today. I'm taking them all home with me. When you're in cute mode, nobody stands a chance. I sure hope they admitted their loss after getting beaten that badly. You did great too, Keiichi. Keiichi. At first I thought you'd be engulfed by them, but then they became quiet and let you through with tears in their eyes. What did you do to them? Nothing really. I told them I'd get into the restaurant and make sure to see everything they wanted to see. And I told them, you might shed tears now, but I believe you can have a ticket next time. That's all I said, but they seemed to understand. You're so good at that, you know, making people listen to you. You're our club's magician of words. They're calling me that now. Can't you please come up with a better name? I'll think about it. Rena laughs loudly. Thank you so much for waiting. I confirmed your names in the list. I'll take you to your table. Please follow me. We got a table. We got a table. The waitress led us to our seats. The restaurant was completely packed today. It made for a cheerful but sort of crazy atmosphere. All the customers in the restaurant were very unique people, just like the ones loitering around outside. Oh yes, all the creeps. I remember the last time we had this scene. There were a ton of creepy people when we were here with Shion. They were creeping on Shion super hard. It was really awkward. There was an aura of excitement in the store, but it also smelled a bit sweaty. They were talking excitedly, using special terms I didn't understand. Again, just like the people outside. Angel Mort's all about the uniform. You taste food with your tongue, but in Angel Mort, you can taste with your eyes, too. Where's the waitress? The big, heavy pair of melons. I don't see her today. Oh. You need to check the shift roster. If you like girls with big tits, you have to come on Tuesdays and Thursdays after 5. If you like girls with small tits, you gotta come on Fridays after 5. I regret coming here today. At the same time, I was glad I didn't lose the game yesterday. As the punishment, I assume it's going to be like serving an Angel Mort. I'm guessing that's what the punishment's going to be. Right. This punishment might be a bit easier for the girls. But as a guy, if I had to undergo this punishment today, I would have been kicked and punched by these crazy customers. Because they would have been burning with anger. Let me explain. I didn't come here just to eat lunch with Rena today. The punishment is as follows. The losers have to wear a costume that was randomly chosen and help with the event at Angel Mort as a waitress. Called it! The winners can enjoy eating desserts, receiving service from the losers. Ooh, that's a tough one. When this punishment was announced, I'd actually prepared myself for the punishment because I thought I'd lose the game like always. Yes, I will take a drink. Thank you very much. I was losing a lot recently, so I didn't think I could win. I assume Rena felt the same way. Who would imagine Rena and I would do so well as to win? The bonk doesn't work. I mean the bonked. Ow. Bonked myself. I bonked myself. You're great, Keiichi Maibara. You make me proud. Made me proud. Everybody started shouting, clapping their hands, and whistling for joy. I don't blame them. They came here just for the event at Angel Mort. None of them expected to see the waitresses wearing different costumes like this. I'm taking you home with me. Wait, calm down, Rena. Calm down, Rena. You can't take her home yet. She has to finish her punishment. Rika appears with glasses of water and wet napkins on a tray. They drew lots to decide on the costumes. Rika's costume is the uniform of Angel Mort, which we use regularly for punishments. Hello. Welcome to Angel Mort. Rika put the glasses of water and wet napkins in front of Rena and me. Ah, you look so adorable. I'm taking you home with me. Rena raised her weird voice and everyone in the store followed suit. I'm taking her home with me. Everyone started shouting the phrase. Before I knew it, they were surrounding our table, trying to burn the scene of Rika serving customers into their minds. Ha! Rika, you look great in that uniform. Ah, me. It's embarrassing having everyone look at me like this. There's something different about that uniform, though. Good eyes, my bar. Allow me to explain. Tomita-kun, our underclassman, pushed his way through the crowd. Oh, Tomita-kun. Okamura as well. I didn't know you guys had a ticket. That's not important, my bar. The important thing here is the uniform Furuta is wearing today. As you already know, the uniforms of Angel Mort are designed to bring out the most of a mature woman's features. Therefore, it's normally required to have a certain bodily proportion to wear this uniform. In that sense, this is the least compatible uniform for Furuta because she's still at an early stage of development. Plus, the other problem was that the restaurant couldn't find a uniform in Furuta-san's size. That's why it was necessary to try various measures in order to facilitate her punishment, that is, to wear the uniform of Angel Mort. So would they give her like a... Is this a swimsuit? Is it a swimsuit? Or like a modified tutu? Therefore, they came up with the idea to use the school swimsuit. Yeah, there we go. Creating an impossible combination of said swimsuit and the uniform of Angel Mort. It's so eccentric, even God couldn't see it coming. In this costume, Furuta now has an overwhelming attack bar, far surpassing her normal statistics. She also gained elemental enchantment, status impairment, a huge increase to critical hit rate, and on top of that, she's also given increased invincibility time during power-ups. Nice, iframes. Iframes, good stuff. Do you understand how great this is? You do, don't you? Let me put it another way. Like what Ryugo-san always says, I'm taking her home with me. You can't. I'll go on taking her home. I understand how you feel. I'm taking her home with me. Tomita and Okamura-kun held Rena's shoulders and they shouted the phrase in excitement. The phrase spread through the entire store and was now out of control. Anyway, Tomita and Okamura surprised me sometimes. For their age, they're so good at giving passionate speeches. They'll probably make it big in the future, right? Where are me and Satoko-chan? I can't wait to see them. At that time, the crowd sent up another roar. I hear Mion telling them to let her through. I don't remember what kind of costume she picked. Kei-san? What's going on? Wow. Kamita-kun. Of course you're here. This is a dessert festa, and you're a dessert maniac. How have you been doing? It doesn't matter how I am. More importantly, what is that? What's going on here? Kamita was in a state of great excitement, thick veins displaying on his forehead. The source of that excitement appears through the crowd. No turning back. I guess I gotta do what I gotta do. Welcome to Angel Mort. Here's your ultra rare cheesecake. Mion appeared with a cake on a tray. Oh. Now I remember what she picked for her costume. Misha, you look so cute. I can't believe I'm doing this. I was gonna make Kei-chan wear it. I borrowed this costume is extraordinary too. Plus, you know her in person because she's the leader of the club who's never lost any games in the past. And also a class president who's perfect at everything. You can enjoy this 500%. Even the class president who doesn't even know what losing is can't escape this punishment. Your club is terrifying. What? Please explain what's going on, Kei. I thought we were friends because we shared a parfait together. Oh, is that the baseball guy? That's the baseball guy from like 3 arcs ago. Now I know who that is. How could you not tell me about such a wonderful club? I can't believe you didn't tell me about this. If I knew it, I wouldn't have joined the baseball team. Where's the reset button for my life? The crowd roars in excitement. What a great club. I've never heard of a club as wonderful as this in my life. You can't join a club. Only people who live in Hinamizawa can join. What? I have to move my certificate of residence to Hinamizawa at once. Stop there, Rena. The population of Hinamizawa might double by tomorrow. So she's wearing like top half of a schoolgirl uniform. Bottom half bloomers and like a collar with like a bell. Okay. Anyway, this is a beautiful punishment cake. Costumes that make women look beautiful are like decorations on desserts. A shortcake, for example, is just a sponge cake if you take away its decoration. But if you decorate it with whipped cream, you enjoy a wonderful and mysterious harmony that layers and layers. A beautiful decoration you can enjoy it with both your eyes and your tongue. Oh, that's why this combination of a sailor style, school uniform, and gym shorts is wonderful. They're both ordinary school clothes, but each is tasteful in its own right. But let's put that aside for now. A school uniform and gym clothes are in the same category. School clothes, but they've never been combined together. It's like strawberry daifuku. Okay. Nobody thought they'd taste good, but the combination brought an unexplored and unknown taste to the world. Kei-chan, he's calling you Kei. I didn't know you were friends with this pervert. I'm trying my best not to be friends with him. Whoa, what? Otoko's next, right? A guy tumbled in and landed on his feet, elegantly. It was Coach. Hello, Coach. How dare you? How dare you, my Bara-san? Coach glared at me in anger. He was breathing hard with a scary expression on his face. What did I do? This is what I'm talking about. Bang, 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 bam. Otoko's in a maid outfit. At the moment of his scream, 3 different metal buckets fell on his head, one after another, and a Chinese walk finished the job. Well, I have prepared for the moment my punishment was chosen. To see Satoko in a maid costume like this is a matter of life and death for you. Haha! I love Satoko's costume, it's so cute. It is a cute costume. I'm taking your home with me. I feel like Satoko's wearing a maid costume, but I feel like Mion's costume is like the most completely out there, where you're like, this is clearly a punishment, right? No one would wear this normally. Like, one of you is wearing the costume of the, or you're wearing basically the store uniform, which is in the store, which is fine, because you're also working as a waitress. That works. Maid waitress sort of works, right? There's maid cafes in Japan. They're not in North America, but there's in Japan, lots in Japan. So that kind of makes sense. And then like it's supposed to be punishment, so that makes sense. I'm not sure about Mion's costume though. It's just 100% punishment. It's just 100% punishment. I'm sorry, Mion. Your costume is actually just bad. I'm taking her home with me. Her name's not Kyosuke Iri. Well, no. If you try to sabotage my chance to take her home, you get these. Ha! Mion's knocking his lights out. Once Rena goes into Q mode, she becomes merciless. If a rock tried to sabotage her chance to take her favorites home with her, she'd break it. If it was a river, she'd fill it with sand. If it was the sea, she'd split it like Moses did and walk through it. Wait, what? Coach got up on his feet like a zombie? I couldn't believe he could get up after getting hit by all those super fast attacks. That doesn't work on me. Oh, ow. No, that doesn't work either. I'll get up no matter how many times I get beaten, as long as there's a maid in front of me. Why? Because it's the dream of mankind! Ow. No matter what, I'm taking you home. Oh. Good luck, Rena. Yuri was down on the floor, his body twitching. Damn, she's fucking violent. She hit him with a barrage at point-blank range. She beat a grown adult unconscious via a flurry of blows. Anyway, it really is a sight to behold. I'm glad I won the game, but at the same time, I'm scared to imagine how terrible it would be if I lost. This is absurd. I'll have to wear this for the punishment. I can't take it any longer. Satoko, your costume's more decent than this old man's. You think wearing a maid costume is decent? You're completely messed up. I mean, it's not that bad, right? Rena, stop drilling and sit here. It's winner's rights to be served by the losers, remember? I don't know which I'm taking home with me today. Oh. Hey waitress, what's your recommendation today? What about this fruit parfait? The cream puffs are good too. You can get refills of water as many times as you want for free. Oh, we actually see the menu now. Hello. Damn, that looks like a float in the center. Looks like floats on the left, actually, instead of parfait. It might be a parfait, but it looks like the middle one looks like a float, man. That looks like a float. That would be delicious. It's like a cherry float. That could be nice. This one has a straw, too. They look like... I don't know if they're parfaits. They look like floats to me. That'd be nice. Rena's nose was bleeding because she got to keep the waitresses in cute costumes all to herself. A little bit greedy, and that is Okay, like, those are cheap desserts, man. $2.80? Okay, like, $2.80, $3, $3.60 for a dessert? That's so cheap. A slice of cake for $3 from a restaurant? Sign me the fuck up. Either that's like the smallest slice of cake, or that's a really good price. I should actually thank her for acting crazy like that. It made me look calmer than I really am. I was excited as her, and my nose would bleed too if I wasn't careful. I now understood what a slack-jawed smile means. Hey Rika, waitress-san, can you feed me? Sure. Sure. Atoko, can you feed me too? And Mion, massage my shoulders. Open your mouth. I hate this. Hey, I told you open your mouth. Damn it. I have to massage your shoulders. This old man's service is gonna cost you. Uh-oh. The audience gasped at the sight. I bet Angel Mort never had an event as exciting as this one. Every table had 4 people together, but only Rena and myself were at this table. And 3 waitresses in cute costumes were exclusively serving us. They were giving us shoulder massages and feeding us desserts too. This had never happened before at Angel Mort, and it will never happen again. I see. They're waitresses that... I'd like a glass of water. One of the other customers wanted to get a piece of the wonderful treatment and patted me on the shoulder. Sorry, I'm not a waitress. Ask the real waitress over there for a glass of water. Okay. What? You're not a waitress? You can't serve me? That's right. We're not waitresses. We have no obligation to provide services to you. Atoko, me and I are here for the winners. Me? It's not fair. All of a sudden, Kamada screams, starting to blame me. What do you mean it's not fair? It's not fair Kei-san can do wonderful club activities and I can't. It's not fair. It's just not fair. Wait, hold on. We took a risk to earn this, right? This is fair. We don't think it's fair either. Kamita and Okamura were standing behind Kamita-kun. Kamita-kun. First of all, you only won the game yesterday because we killed Mion for you. We felt sorry for you always having to suffer punishment, so we let you shoot us. You should appreciate our sacrifice. Oh, really? This is getting interesting. What do you think, Kei-chan? What do you mean? What do you want me to do? Well, Kamada, Tomita, and Okamura. Why don't you challenge Kei-chan and Rena for a position of winner? What? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Well, they defeated many fighters and won a massive victory yesterday. I'm pretty sure a battle against these guys will be trivial, right? Kamita clapped his hands with glee. Kamita and Okamura nodded in agreement. They looked fired up already. Damn it, I gotta fight against them here. Now that I think about it, the game was a tie. It'll be fun to have the finale here with a few extra fighters. If you lose the game, you join in the punishment. Damn it. I hate when you make it sound persuasive. What do you mean, Rena? What do you think, Rena? I'm fine with it because I'm gonna win. I'm taking them home with me. I wonder what kind of costume you'll have to wear. I'm taking all of you home with me. He sure is motivated. I could see Kamada-kun ready to fight for the ticket to paradise at Angel Mort. My 2 underclassmen were eager to have a chance to fight against members of the club for the first time. Yosuke Irie reporting to volunteer for the game too. Yeah. Well. Okay. Let's start the game with these members. Rena and Kei-chan, do you have any objections? I don't think you'd take an objection if I had one. That seems fair. Well, don't you like to make the game interesting? It's now or never if you want to change your mind, Tomita and Okamura. As you already know, you have to undergo the punishment if you lose. We know that. We're men too. We always wanted to fight against you. They've seen the many horrifying punishments we had to suffer, and they still had the courage to join in. These guys know what they're getting into. I had to admit, they had potential, and at the very least, they know what they're getting into. Yep, that seems fair. Kamida, the evil lord of Angel Mort, sneered at the two. I never thought I'd have the chance to fight you again, Kei-san. I'm gonna fight fair and square this time. I didn't expect to fight you at Angel Mort either. I'm pretty sure you'll be an even tougher enemy enemy to defeat here than in the baseball game. Coach Erie, the Count of Maids, laughed like he was afraid of nothing. Well, I'll show you how serious an adult can be. And today here at Angel Mort, I'll have a harem that's for me alone. That's some confidence. I won't let any of you in. Alright, I'm ready. I can't keep complaining. Mion, what kind of game are we playing? That's the spirit. Make way, everyone. Waitresses, please bring it over. In the kitchen, the real waitresses are standing by with many desserts on trays. It looks like the game's going to be either a speed eating or a competitive eating contest. Manager, are you sure we can do this? Go ahead and bring in the desserts. The more interesting, the better. I want this event to be as exciting as possible. The waitresses checked with their manager and started bringing the desserts. Two of my underclassmen, Kamada coach Rena and I, sat at a table together. A horrific amount of desserts was brought before us. I wanted to enjoy watching the cute waitresses placing desserts on the table, but right now, I was in a fighting mood. So, are they gonna have to eat like the most dessert? I had no time for that. The audience surrounding our table seemed to have grown excited too. I bet it didn't cross their minds they'd see a serious battle at Angel Mort, but they didn't care. As long as it's fun to watch. Listen up, this is a competitive eating contest. Whoever eats the most within the time limit wins. We already know how heavy each dessert is, so we'll calculate the total weight of desserts you ate after the game's over. And whoever ate the most weight will win. When the words competitive eating came up, Kamada smiled evilly. Damn it, he had an advantage. Mion, can you count the two of us as one person? We always fight together. That's fine. Since we're always together, I'll permit it. Damn, having two stomachs for a competitive eating contest was an absolute advantage too. What about you, Rena? I'm sure a competitive eating contest is a bit of a hard game for a girl. No worries, if it means I can take these adorable girls home with me, I'd even swallow a table. So Tomita, the two younger kids count as a pair. I underestimated her. Rena can overcome physical impossibilities once she goes into cute mode. She might even be able to eat food that's heavier than herself. Coach, what about you? Are you good at competitive eating? Maibara. As long as there's a maid and a condition I need to meet in order to get her. Nothing's impossible. I could see a black aura surrounding him, which I found intimidating. The glint from his eyes that shone from behind his lenses was sharp enough to pierce an iron board. And he's in maid mode, equally as strong as Rena's cute mode. Shit, I'm the only one without advantages? Are you ready? Set? Go! I wasn't ready emotionally. But Mion started the game without hesitation. And there's no turning back. I had to do this. There were many kinds of desserts before us. Some were easy to eat and others not. So I had to get the dessert that's easiest to eat before anyone got it. What about yogurt parfait? Yeah? But of course, everyone was thinking the same thing. A light parfait gone in an instant. Everyone reached for the same dessert as fast as they could. A white light flashed in front of our eyes and the parfait disappeared. My hands clashed with the others in midair. Rena's first, right? Too slow. I got it first. Rena took the parfait. She was literally as fast as lightning. I knew it! I knew it! There's no way I can beat her in the opening move. Rena took the parfait like a frog catching a fly with its tongue and swallowed it in a single gulp. She did it in seconds. She's usually gentle and calm, but she's a totally different person now. Really, it's terrifying. I understand why people say women always have room for dessert. But in the special environment of Angel Mort, Kamada wasn't far behind Rena. He grabbed a fruit parfait and swallowed it as if drinking beer from a mug. It looked dynamic. Well, we didn't get any animation. Okay, Sen, you're wasting your time. You don't even have a 1% chance to defeat me in a battle at Angel Mort. Just watch me. Mita and Okamura look at the extraordinary techniques they are displaying, but they seem to be calm. They knew their advantage. As long as they keep a steady pace, they could eat more and faster than anybody else because there's two of them. Rena and Kamada are eating fast, but they might slow down in the middle. This was going to be an unpredictable race. How long is the time they have? They only have like 15 minutes. You may as well eat as fast as you can. If it's endurance and they have like 2 hours, maybe that might be useful. Son of a bitch. I won't lose this game. I shoved my dessert into my mouth and kept eating. I just kept eating. Ow. My mouth got extremely cold when I swallowed a ball of ice cream. How could the others do this so easily? Oh. Now there's an idea. I should melt it first. I can use a kind of heat to melt it and then drink it down. Plus it would be easier for my stomach to take when it's not so cold. But how to melt it? It'd take too long to use body heat. Do I have another source of heat with me? Waitress, can I order something? I'd like to have hot coffee. Could you bring me in a big pot instead of a cup? Coat. My Barasan, you're too slow. I also got the idea to melt it with heat. No, damn it, no! He's one step ahead of me! I could order hot coffee too, but I'd be one step behind him. I have to come up with something to melt my ice cream faster than hot coffee. Calm down, my bar, Keiichi. Hey, is coffee the best solution to that? It's hot. I'd go with tea, actually. Tea would be better. Tea is less likely to upset your stomach, I think. Keiichi held his head, screamed that line, and bent his neck backwards. When he gets like this, he always speaks everything that's on his mind, and it's fun to listen to. Wait. Why is the text pink? Why is the text pink? I had to concentrate. I need to win this game. I was going to keep eating as much as I can and take all the adorable girls home with me. It's Rena's first-person perspective. I was having so much fun. I was so thrilled I felt like my heart was going to burst. I might have been acting totally uncute, but I didn't care because I was having so much fun. Michi always comes up with such extraordinary games. Toko loves to play pranks. Rika's sneaky, but it's impossible to hate her. A flamethrower. You need to have things that are in a diner normally. Or a restaurant. It's unlikely that they just have a flamethrower with them. Actually, you know what? That's not true. They might have a butane torch. They might have a butane torch for doing specific desserts. That's fair. That would actually melt it a little bit faster if you applied it directly. Yep. They might have a torch. I really enjoy every day. I wish I could express how much I really do enjoy them better than by saying how happy I am. But sometimes I even feel anxious because I enjoy every day so much. There's as much misfortune and pain as there is happiness and pleasure in this world. And I know very well they all come to you regardless of how hard you try. You'll have happy days, regardless of how hard you try. You'll have unhappy days, regardless of how hard you try. But that doesn't mean you don't need to try hard. I can try to make my happy days even happier and last longer. In the same way, I can try to make my unhappy days happier and end faster. I struggle hard to achieve that. That's why I'm going to enjoy the happy days I have now as much as I can. I must not take them for granted. They don't last forever. They won't, but one day, all of a sudden, those days will come to an end. I know it. And that's why I was trying to enjoy the happiness I received today so that I won't regret it. Even if the world ends tomorrow. I noticed my hands stopped moving while I was thinking about these things. When I spent my time with my friends, I feel so happy that my heart might burst. I even love doing the punishments. They're fun for me. I have friends. I have a place where I fit in. I have time in which to be myself. I have a me I love. I love everybody. I love Michi, Satoko, Rika, and Keiichi. I love everybody in my class. Everyone in Okonomiya. Oh? Rena stopped eating. I guess you went too fast in the beginning. Nakamura, this is our chance. We can defeat Ryugu-san. All of you are just wasting your time. You think you can defeat me at Angel More? You're too naive. Rena, come on. I'll never forgive you if you let Coach win. I'm not letting anyone win. I can even swallow the Pacific Ocean if you ask me to. What's wrong, Rena? Are you getting full? I guess I have to watch. You'll have to watch my come from behind victory. Now, am I right? Yeah. Alright. Rena, what's wrong? I left the table. Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. I was just so happy. I didn't care who won or lost this match. Of course, it's more fun when I go crazy to try and win, but I could never be happier than this. If I could seal this happiness in a piece of crystal and carry it around with me in my pocket, I'd use it as heat to ward off the cold of hard days that are certain to come to me. I know they will. You're not truly happy when you feel happiness. When you're bored with happy days and don't even realize you're happy, that's when you've achieved true happiness. You only truly feel happiness when you're in a freezing cold environment. It's the only time your heart can feel the warmth of even a small happiness. On my way to the bathroom, I saw a waitress and customer arguing at the register. The customer was a woman. The waitress was trying to explain the lady needed a ticket to get the seat because the restaurant was holding an event today, but the lady, saying she didn't know, was still trying to get a seat. After a while, the store manager was called and apologized to the lady. It's your fault. You should have put a note outside that said we need a ticket to come in or something. Who is this? They have a brand new sprite. Actually, what does her other sprite look like? We'll call her Tube Top. Alright. We'll call her Tube Top because we don't have a name for her. How do you expect me to know when there's no mention of it? The lady's eyes met mine. I guessed who it might be when I heard the voice, so I was prepared. Oh, Rena-chan. I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, hello. Oh, what a coincidence. I held out my hand for a high five and she gave me one. Listen, Rena-chan. They're so mean. They're saying I can't get a seat because I don't have a ticket. That seems that way. Well, I can't do anything about it, can I? I can still buy some cakes to take home, yeah? Of course. You can choose anything you want from our selection. The store manager gave her a fake smile and led her to their showcase. I like this cute one. I think you like simple ones like shortcakes. Hey, Rena, what would you like? I'm in the middle of an eating contest. What, me? Are you buying me one? You really like cakes, huh? You can get whatever you like. I don't know. I'll take a shortcake as well. You're literally in the middle of an eating contest. What are you doing? What are you doing, Rena? Really? There's so many other cute ones. Everything looks so good, but shortcakes look the best. Alright. Give me 2 shortcakes and 1 petite trianon. We're taking them home. She imitated a smile I usually made. I replied with the same big smile, and then I smelled the strong scent of her perfume, and it made me sneeze. Are you sick? Rena's perfume and I never seemed to get along. Interesting. So this is Rena, R-I-N-A. Are they sisters? Is that her mother? They have different colored hair. But she's called Rena. I don't know. Is that something people... Well, we have Shion and Mion. We have Shion and Mion, so why not Rena and Rena? Makes sense? Seems plausible. Actually, I have to go back. Exit this menu. View all tips. I missed the pleasant weather tip. I completely skipped tips. I skipped tips at the end of the first chapter. One reason I like my house is because it has good ventilation. As long as there's a nice breeze, I don't have to rely on a fan to keep me cool. I can take down my futon from the windowsill, place my cushion near the open window, and enjoy the cool breeze of the evening. According to my page-a-day calendar, it's June 1983 today. While it was still June, it seemed like summer skipped the rainy season and was already coming around the corner. It was abnormal, apparently. Even if it was abnormal weather, it only comes around once in 100 years. If it was supposed to come in June 1983, then it wasn't so much of a big deal. I'm curious about her new friend here. I assume they're going to be relevant. They have an actual sprite, but they might only be relevant for a chapter. I mean, that baseball player guy only shows up for, like, that chapter, and he got a sprite. Coach has been around. Shion, their teacher has been around here and there. Although she only shows up for, like, one scene. She shows up, like, 5 minutes in, like, several scenes, so it's fair to have a sprite for her. A lot of time people don't have sprites, so I'm thinking, what is the significance of this person's sprite? They seem like they were designed to be a character. They have, like, pink hair, which is pretty unusual. I'm thinking they're going to be a major character in this arc. But it was inevitable. On the other hand, the sudden evening shower on the way home from school was more unpredictable than anything else. Every day had been in perfect harmony, as if it was all carefully planned. I felt like something good was going to happen this year. How do I put it? It's like the feeling I get when I roll a 6 on the first throw of a board game and start off with a huge lead. When it comes to a die, the more you roll it, the more the total averages out. We actually roll a die many times every day in our life. It's not like one stroke of luck is really a big deal to be overly happy with. If I roll a 6 on my first throw and a 1 on the next, the total is 7. If you believe in fate, you might say there's a higher possibility of a 1 to come up on the dice. You can never actually tell what you'll roll, right? That's what fate's all about. You might roll a 6 again. You might get your favorite servant in 30 St. Quarts. The chance of rolling a 6 twice in a row is 1 in 36, but you look at each roll one by one and you realize there's only a 1 in 6 chance of that miracle. The glass wind chime Satoko put up yesterday was making a refreshing sound. You might, in fact, get everything you ever wanted from the GSSR. You might not, but it's possible. Rena, height 168 centimeters, bust 89, width. Wait, what's with W? I wanted to say hips, but it might be. Oh, waist. It's bust, waist, hips, right? Bust 89, waist 60, hips 87. Okay. Hobbies. I'm interested in outdoor gardening. I want to make tea with the herbs I grow. Interesting. I always enjoy your funny, interesting stories. We should go out somewhere next time. Private. Gentleman's Club. Blue Mermaid. Private Manager Rena Mamiya. Oh, she might be the person who gets murdered. That might be someone else. I think the Gentleman's Club. Ew, when they cry, hell yeah. The Gentleman's Club was related to one of the murders, I think. The murder of like Satoko's uncle's girlfriend, I think. I think it was related to that. Interesting. Very interesting. So she's the manager. I don't think it was the manager that got killed. I think it was someone else. But that's still interesting. So she might be... We might dig into who did that killing? The girlfriend killing, maybe? It seems very tangential, but it is part of the answers chapter, so they might tell us some backing, maybe around the drug. That might be what they're explaining in this chapter. Genuinely interested to see where it goes. Alright. We should probably wrap things up around here.